Alright, here we are doing
wherever the action.
Kriegval's Rest, Tier 11, with a Beastmaster Hunter. Beastmaster Hunters are probably like one of the easiest classes to play, or at least they seem to be for me. I'm not saying I'm particularly good at them, but I have an easier time like surviving with them than just about anything else. They do a fairly high DPS, and they have 2 pets as opposed to 1, which gives them a little more tanking power, or so it seems. Doing Kriegval's Rest. In the Delves, you've got these special Nemesis spawns, which that's what this underpins adoring fan up here. I don't know why he's so dangerous if he's just an adoring fan, but he's got that big metal thing, so that may be why he's going to try and kill me when I sick my pets on him. I'm going to shoot and try and pull him over here so I can kind of see what's going on. There we go. He's going to throw out a bunch of boxes. And all you have to do is just stay outside of there. If he takes pictures for some reason, the flash will cause a problem. Alright, so the Pacifist Rig is about to spawn. The Pacifist Rig is probably like the best of the curios because it pretty much ends an encounter. I call that little green circle the over circle because that means that this encounter is over. So, or it usually is. Here we go. We're gonna go fight this guy, this giant rat monster over here. Because why, I don't know. He's kind of antisocial. He spits out fire, but that kind of is not so bad. When you melee him, all you have to do is just watch for the telltale sign that it's about to spawn, and then move out of the way. And then he's kind of useless for a few seconds while he just stands there and spews fire. So he's not so bad, not as bad as some of the nasty ones, but he does hit pretty hard when he does decide to like do something useful, like pummel you. Beastmaster Hunters seem to have pretty good sustained damage, but not very good like burst damage. If you really need to kill something fast, you're probably out of luck. They do a fair amount of damage, don't get me wrong, but like compared to like an equally geared up marksman hunter, maybe I'm doing something wrong. If so, by all means let me know. But marksmen are in kind of a weird state because they just changed them so they seem like they may be a little overpowered to what they normally would be, but we'll have to see. But anyway, a marksmanship hunter or a survival hunter, they seem to be able to like burst down something really fast, but this guy, I think hitting your bestial wrath is almost a necessity. Is that, I mean, it does increase your DPS. It helps take stuff down, but it seems like other stuff kills things faster. They're not quite as safe, if you will, while killing. And I could be doing like a piss poor job of rotating here. Ah, there you go, the over circle has spawned. So his problem will soon be over anyway. There you go. Eat a few rockets. Alright. So rat monster is down. Let me check real quick and see if there's any superpowers over here. Bran usually lets you know. They say, there's treasure. Just like that. That's exactly how he speaks.
Inquiring minds just got to know.
See? That's what he sounds like. It's uncanny. Alright. We're going to go down here. We have to drop these candles. Otherwise, stuff disappears unless you're right on top of it. And you pick up so many of these candles. It's important kind of at the end of the dungeon because you're going to want to like drop a bunch of them out so that you can see stuff. So you have a big arena to fight in. You'll notice when I'm outside of the range of this candle, all that stuff disappears. Because it is the magic of the candle. It's me being close to the candle. It's not the light that the candle shines. I don't know how it works. It's magic, I guess. So, this is another rat monster. I'm going to mark him. And I'm going to try and pull him over here away from those things. See what's going on out the inside of all of that. Stunning. Fireball ready. Fire at me, but I'm too far away. For some reason, my pets are immune to all the fire going on over there. Rain just threw a grenade that bounced over off of me and onto him. I don't know why he threw it at me, but it was me making fun of his accent a minute ago. Probably. You know how dwarves are. Not that I have a problem with dwarves. Dwarves are fine people. I am a dwarf, see? Alright. Here. Alright. Looks safe. Come back over here, guys. There we go. What the heck? Oh yeah. Bran, that's a potion. Oh, there's that Bran. Who's your good boy? Right over. Wait, there we go. Whites of their eye. There we go. Alright. That worked out well. All's well that dead's well, right? And everything is... so here's another spawn. I've got one of the 3. I have 3 of 4 to go, so I need to mark him for death. Have a talk with this bodyguard guy. So for anybody not familiar, Bran, who's the guy in front of me with the weird hat and the, there we go. Over circle, let me call somebody over here so that I don't waste some of my juice. Here we go. I wanted to make sure I got that little guy over there in the corner. Didn't want to waste my over circle. Alright. These little mislaid Cheerios or something, they're not worth that much, but they have a random chance of spawning some like crafting materials that are worth a little bit on the auction house. Okay, so every now and then you'll pick up a little power boost, similar to the Torghast powers, although those are significantly better than Torghast. For anybody who is familiar with Shadowlands, let's call this lady over here. I don't know that they are female, but I think they are. There's little cobalt mystics. She's wearing a dress, but I don't know. Maybe she's just living her best life. I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with the ways of cobalt culture. Call this guy over and
Get out of the way!
So for anybody who may have questions about my rotation, how I do my power rotation to maximize damage, my philosophy on that is when button light up, push button. And seems to work. There we go. Alright, that guy's dead. I need to move my candle up here a little bit. Over here. This place over here, that little stone is a checkpoint in the delve. If something were to kill me, which is very unlikely, while I was in the delve, I would respawn back here at the beginning. And I don't want to do that. If I go over there and like touch that little stone, then I'll respawn at that point and won't have to run back as far, which it's unlikely that I will die anytime soon to the little spawn. Oh, here we go. There we are. I wanted to get those guys in on the past this red goodness. They could taste my wrath. There we go. This little bat didn't see the two wolves, and I guess that's a ram. That was hanging around over here. It decided to just attack me for no reason. Well, I guess it had a reason. I'm killing like many of its. I don't know if that's a pet bat or its owner or something. I don't know about those things. Alright, here, let me call this guy over. Him too. Alright. Oopsie. I'll be in that circle like close. Primary way to stay alive in WoW is to stay out. See, they were gonna try and slip one by me. Come back here. Alright, now we go. About to kill one of those. Those are tougher than they look. I mean, he looks like a little mousy guy, but I think if anything could kill a kobold, like a tiny little rat monster. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna fight him. I might as well fight him now. And I've got. Won't kill him, but the thing we watch about Pacific Rig is that every now and then, on rare occasions, it will crash your game. I don't know if that's an intended feature or not, since where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright.
The answers are here. I can feel it.
Better than I thought it would. So I got 3 of 4. Okay. There we go. Put this candle here. Those flames do like a lot of damage, so you don't want to get burned. There is an occasional bug where the Bernie aura or whatever is not exactly in line with the candle like flame aura, so you'll step like between the two in the safe area and it'll still burn you, so just be aware of that. Okay, so this little bugger over here is not a nice person. Wait. Nope, 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 don't go there. So I've apparently killed enough kobolds that I've met a quota of some sort. And now all I have to do is go into that central chamber and, I don't know, maybe like talk to somebody? Alright, we have to kill this person quickly. Fortunately it passed through. This guy, his problem is he summons in like other bad guys. We'll just keep doing it. So we have to take down the underpins well connected very quickly. Yeah, so there seems to be no way to stop them once the circle appears. They're not particularly tough, but if there's a lot of them, they build up pretty quick. Alright. 4 of 4. It doesn't mean a whole lot. On anything but a like higher end delve, because I think at like tier 8 or something you'll get you'll start getting runed crests in that chest if it's fully upgraded. If it's not fully upgraded, then you won't get runed crests. And runed crests are what you do to like upgrade your armor. So let's see if we can't keep this. Get some of these guys over here. What's going on in your life? Everybody over here. I need to know what's going on. Alright, got one skull-faced guy. He's the only one. He probably won't be dead yet. See? He'll be dead now. Fast just seem able to kill him. There we go. So.
Here's your cake of the spoils! Inquiring minds just got to know.
This particular hunter has only mining and skinning, so he's not a... He doesn't have any crafting skills, just gathering skills. So I figured, why bother? Pull them over here. There we go. Yeah. He's interested in our message about life choices. See that? He kicked me. Get him, boys. Let him kick me. Alright. Get the rest of the guys over here and have them talk. Pass the rig. There we go. Yeah. We'll go get this last candle. Probably don't need it. You'll notice there's a little buff up here that says this is how many candles you are holding. Says I've got 9. I'm not going to need all 9 of them. But as soon as I go into this room, mobs are going to start spawning for this particular central chamber reached version of Kriegval's Rest. A bunch of mobs are going to spawn. After like 4 waves, the big boss guy is going to spawn, and then, you know, one wave will not spawn until the first one is gone. So what I like to do is take the candles that I've got and spread them out here, and I'm going to jump into this room and hit a couple more candles while some guys spawn. And this gives me a bigger arena, because if you're outside of the shadow area, like where the candle is, you get this debuff that consumed by darkness, restricting your vision and reducing maximum health. Your health will just keep going down, right? So here I am at oh, that was one of my pets. I have 8.2 million. Yeah, see, you don't want health going down when there's a big monster trying to make your health go down. So I'm going to jump out here, hit a couple of these things, and then start fighting some stuff. There we go. Now everything's all lit up. Christmas Day. Except things are trying to kill me. And if that's like Christmas Day for you, then don't feel bad. Alright, we'll get them sicking boys. And get Bran. He's the one with the potion sack. You don't want to go too far from wherever the pacifist rig spawned, because that will crash your game. If you stay in the pacifist rig too long, that will crash your game. And here comes a couple other guys. Interesting. Personal redemption. I've noticed that the boss should spawn after this, but he seems to not spawn if the passive rig is out. Oh, yeah. I've had him not spawn in response to the passive rig. You need to stay out of the swirlies. And stay out of that guy's reach. He will grab you and like slam you on the ground. It's not really a bad place to be. But only a brand dropping potion. This time he dropped only one of them inside of the fiery circle. Like I say, stay away from the loving arms of Tomb Raider Dry Whisper. There you go, Bran. I'm going to pull my fetch back because I don't want him to get too close to the enemies. If he goes out of that doorway there, he chases my pet or Bran, he'll reset and I'll have to fight this whole thing over again. No, it's not that. Well, since he's about to die, he may want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. And there we go. Big rat monster died. All down. That great vault slot thing means that I have done 4 T11 delves. And at the end of the week, on Tuesday, when the servers come back up, I will get to pick 2 heroic level items. And then there we go. Alright. So I got 8 rune crest, garbage, and then in this, because my strongbox, Nemesis strongbox, is fully upgraded, I get 3. And because this is a level 11 bountiful delve, I get the gilded stash, and I think that's all the gilded that he's going to get this week. And then I get an item, yeah, like a garbage trinket. Because that's what Blizzard likes to do. Alright. So now we take the little helicopter doodad out of the delve, or back to the entrance, and then step out of the delve, and here we are. Back on ground again. And we get off the ground and fly. I hope everybody enjoyed that run of Kriegval's Rest, Tier 11. If you have any comments, criticisms, suggestions, please let me know. I'm just kind of doing a video log of delves that I do because it's pretty much most of what I do in WoW. And I will see you next time.